Welcome back. Again, Lynne George is joining us, and we have some more videos, but before we get to that, and I know we kind of touched upon some of this, but what about the reactions? You know, a negative reaction. Let's say that, you know, a GAPS person is on a diet, and, you know, and they've started and they've seen some results. But what happens if they kind of stray from that diet?
Well, it's just like a person who has diabetes. They have to follow the diabetic diet, or a person who has a heart condition. They can't eat the cholesterol that they're supposed to. Well, with GAPS diet, if you eat foods that you're supposed to avoid, with Brandon, I'm going to give you, for instance, for his 7th birthday, his mom gave him a cinnamon roll.
Right.
And I was in Houma. She was in Atlanta, so that wouldn't have happened. But, I mean, it was a lesson that we learned. When she gave him the cinnamon roll, about 2 days later, he started reverting back, meaning that he started taking off his clothes, he started drooling again, he started sucking on his articles of clothing, he was walking on his tiptoes. So just like as far as a diabetic person is concerned, when they eat sugars and it causes reactions like a diabetic coma, things like that happen with autistic people and GAPS people. You have to follow this diet, you have to heal and seal the gut.
Okay, very interesting. And again, we just kind of want to let people know we're talking about this.
I want to tell them, too, some preventative measures.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Natasha taught me this. She said, first of all, they were saying vaccines cause autism. They don't cause it, it triggers it. And she feels that you can't get rid of vaccines because it stops so many diseases. So what you do is prevent it. Say if a mother and father wants to have a baby and they know ahead of time, well, what they need to do is avoid foods on the GAPS food to avoid. Then the next thing they need to do, breastfeed. Mm-hmm. She says breastfeeding the child helps also. It promotes healthy gut flora. Right. Then say when the child goes for a shot, their shots, instead of having 4 or 5 at one time, spread it out. Take one shot that week, see if they have a reaction to it, right. Take another shot the following week. It might cost you $10 or $20 more, you see, each time you go get a shot, but spread it out. Right. And then make sure that the child is not on antibiotics, don't have an ear infection or a cold, or not suffering sickly in any type of way before they get the shot. And that's a way of preventing.
Well, very good, and we wanted to share that with the audience. And again, we want to kind of just remind them that these are your experiences. Mm-hmm. Obviously,
this is from her book.
And we wanted to show that book again because this is
psychology.
Yeah, let's see if you can hold it up. If we can get there you go. Move it maybe a little bit to the side. Mm-hmm. Great. That's good. And they can just kind of, while they focus in, gut and psychology syndrome, they can Google that.
My book is beat up. Yeah, you see I beat up.
Now, let's also show the book that you wrote.
Oh, Brandon's Window.
Which is Brandon's Window, if we can get another shot of that one as well. Because these are experiences that Lynne is going ahead and sharing, with us, and we just wanted to let you know, you've already documented that.
Right. And Dr. Natasha asked me to write the book, and Dr. Chris, so it's not just.
Oh no.
Yeah,
and we want to do that, and we want to let people know again. Always in conjunction with their medical personnel. Right. Please, see your local doctors and get advice, from them as well. We have great local physicians in the area, mm-hmm. but we really appreciate your sharing, that information with us. Now, I think we have another video that we wanted to go ahead and work in.
Right.
And tell us if you could set that up, please.
This is, I believe it's Brandon, when we take him to Chuck E. Cheese. Before, we couldn't even take him in a building because he would cry uncontrollably going in the door because of the noise level. Well, we reversed him. This was 4 months after reversing him. So we were able to get him into Chuck E. Cheese, but you can see him what we call stimming. He was doing self-injurious behavior before hitting himself, but you'll see it, but he's trying to control it, but he just can't keep still. So that's a clip. Then it'll show him being social on a swing after that.
Okay, good. Let's run the clip again. This is Lynne's grandchild.
I don't know. Brandon's looking at the train at Chuck E. Cheese.
And there you have, he's trying real hard.
He's trying real hard. And like I told you, we could even get him in the door of a Chuck E. Cheese. So that was wonderful. And we never thought he could go this far. So that's why I got the camera, because my
Right.
mother and father were in Houma. And I'm going like, you're not going to believe this. So I was actually showing it to him, and that's how this documentary began. But show where he's with socializing on a swing.
Okay, I think we have that coming up right now.
Hi, Brandy. You like fast? No hands. No hands. No hands.
That's
Wow,
funny.
wow.
Brandon say, wow, wow,
One
wow.
hand.
How I was it?
One hand.
I can ride my bike with no handles.
I can ride this thing with one hand.
Or I can ride this thing with no hands.
Or with my eyes.
This is like
Well, Brand, wow. Brand, look at Nana. Ooh, I see you.
Eyes closed and.
Okay, that's enough. Not so fast. That's good. All right. Good job.
my turn.
Who next?
Me.
Gotta do it like me. That's how you go fast.
Let's get it.
Why you looking at me like I'm some giant or something? Dang it, Harry! What I told you?
Boy, you can see the joy and the laughter as we were talking about.
And before we started this treatment, he wouldn't even laugh. Like, you'd tickle him, and it was like painful. He wouldn't, he would just look at you like, what are you doing?
Right.
He gave it. But now he's riding a bike, he's reading, he's writing, he's holding conversation, he's shooting basketball. He's more social. He can go spend weekends with people, weeks, whatever. Like, he'll come see me for 3 months, but he's used to me. But he can go anywhere with anybody.
Let me ask you, because I know you've been involved, and certainly, when writing the book and everything, and you've talked to people, and we're able to demonstrate and show some results with Brandon. What are you hearing though from other people that you've talked to?
Oh, the same thing. In other words, I'm guiding them through the process. Like, in other words, it's like I'm a coach. Like,
Okay.
you can do it.
Yeah.
Just keep it up. And, I share my recipes with them. Like, Brandon, if we gave him an apple, he's not going to eat the apple.
Yeah.
So what we do, we hide it in things, like I told you. So we
Right.
have a cookie recipe, a pizza, a smoothie, a fruit drink, and beetroot lemonade.
Yeah.
So this is all he eats, because he wants to eat other things, but he knows it's not good for him. So he doesn't have any problem, because we make this stuff so delicious. It's
bet
like,
it is.
he doesn't even want you to touch it. Like, no, Nana, you can't have what
And
Yeah.
other people as well, I guess, you teach them how to do it, and
Right, because the
and-
last time when we were here, we had
Yeah.
the Brandon's Window Gaps Project, where I
Right.
had sandwiches and other types of food. Guess what they ate? Brandon's food.
Really?
They loved his pizza and his
Yeah.
all that. They were saying it was so delicious. It's like a gourmet pizza. So
Right.
they ate all of that instead of the other food. 'Cause they just
Amazing.
couldn't
Let-
believe how delicious.
Yeah, and now let's kind of move on toward detoxing.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, I told you about the diet, and I told you about supplementation. How another thing Dr. Natasha says is have a probiotic. Probiotic is living microorganisms in this capsule,
Sure.
and you can get it anywhere, because nowadays you see dog food, they say probiotic or whatever. So
Right.
it
It's over the
increases,
counter, sure.
right? It helps healthy gut flora. It helps your digestive system start taking over and becoming natural and start healing itself. So that, and then we talked about the diet, supplementation. Now I'm going to talk about detoxing through lifestyle changes.
Okay.
What we do to detox through lifestyle changes: natural toothpaste, or toothpaste with no fluoride. That's very important, because most GAPS people, they can't they can't spit out. So they're swallowing this fluoride, and fluoride is a carcinogenic.
Okay.
So natural deodorant, natural shampoos, natural soap. We use Ivory, 99% pure. So we use that, and we use that for his hair and everything.
Right.
Let me see what else. Parchment paper, so there's no metal contact. He swims in non-chlorinated pool. like lakes and things like
Sure.
that. Trying to think of what else. Oh, no microwaving. So we use a toaster oven for everything. Trying to think of some other things. Oh, fresh air is a great detoxifier.
Right.
So these are ways immediately families can do this to help their GAPS individuals.
I tell you what, we need to take another break, and when we come back, I think we have some more videos that
Right,
kind of are
Dr. Natasha,
associated,
yeah.
right, from Dr. Natasha. So don't go away. We'll be right back.